I work for your family, okay? So everybody in Hudson is somebody I work for, and I've only done that for about 5 months now. I had another career and I retired. I worked for a big, giant bank called JP Morgan, and I spent most of my life on an airplane. And when I wasn't on an airplane, I was in a hotel, and I missed my family and all of that. So I said, you know, I'm going to stop doing this. And then I got bored for a little while, and I said, you know, I need a job. And Hudson had a job. And you know what the job was?
What?
It was telling people about Hudson, which is what I'm here to do today. Isn't that great? I mean, imagine getting paid to tell people about Hudson. Okay? It's awesome. It was the best job in the world. And so far, I'm having so much fun, and I think it fits me pretty well. And telling people about Hudson is easy, because Hudson is great. So you know what my job is? I tell people about Hudson, and I try and get them to bring their businesses here, okay? We all have nice homes here, we have nice schools here, but Hudson wouldn't be Hudson if we didn't have businesses here, and factories here, and offices here, and stores, and restaurants, and jobs. Exactly right. Whose parents work in Hudson? A bunch of you. I'd say about half the room. Okay. Does anybody know what taxes are? What are taxes? What are taxes? You.
Someone talks to you and they ask questions and stuff.
That's a start. Who else has an idea? You go. Yeah, so when you work in Hudson, when you have a job in Hudson, a little bit of the money you earn goes to pay for the town. What do you think it pays for? You. Yeah, things that make the town better. Any examples? Yes. Fresh fruit for stores? Kind of, but not really. Any other ideas? Just shout them out.
Luke?
Fix broken water pipes?
Sewer, electricity.
Road, sewer, electricity. Yeah. You guys, you're on the right path. You're on the right path.
Boys and girls. Boys and girls.
Yes.
I'll have to learn that trick at home. Yeah, the taxes pay for everything. They pay for our roads, our bridges, our sewers, our schools, our police, our fire. All the things that we count on every day come from taxes. So one of my jobs is to get businesses to come here, okay? And when they fill up their businesses with workers, their workers pay taxes, and their taxes help the city run. So it doesn't matter whether you're a big corporation like your mom or dad may work for, in a big office building, or a big factory, or a small store in downtown Hudson, or a restaurant that you all like to go to. It all matters. It all matters. And the taxes pay for all the things that are all around us every day and that make this such a great town. Okay? So let's look at some of the things that make Hudson great. I'm at the end of the day, so I'm guessing you probably already know a bunch of this stuff. First of all, we got our history. Who recognizes that? What is it?
Oh, it's a clock.
Okay, boys and girls.
You know what this is? What kind of store?
Okay. All right, boys and girls, we're going to call on. We're going to help Mr. Stifler. We're going to call on students.
Okay.
It's really hard for us to hear.
My problem. So Hudson has great history. It's hard to see, but you see these beautiful old homes, and there's the Chapel of Western Reserve Academy, and the gazebo, and the log cabin, the clock tower at the center of the town. Mr. Ellsworth gave Hudson the clock tower when he came back in the 1800s, and he wanted to get Hudson back on track. Hudson had kind of fallen off while he was gone, and it was his town, and he came back, and one of the first things he did was build the clock tower. So, and I think, I forgot to check, is the mouse on the clock tower yet for Christmas?
Yeah.
You know it's Christmas when you see the mouse, okay? So the first thing is the history, you know. We go back to 1799, and David Hudson came here with his friends from Connecticut, and they had a land company, and they wanted to sell the land they owned in Hudson to people from Connecticut so they could build houses here. And that started Hudson as we know it today. So Hudson is, what, 217 years old? Is that about right? 217 years old, okay? And it looks like New England because David Hudson and his friends came from Connecticut. So we've got a lot of history. And I got to tell you, in my job, history excites people. People want to be part of history. You can't learn too much in school about history, and we've got tons of it. History also means charm. You know what charm means? It means cute. It means, oh, that's a pretty town. I want to be there. Hudson looks neat, you know. When you drive around and you see other towns, we should be thankful sometimes that our town center has been protected by the leaders of the town over the last 200 years, and we haven't let a lot of things change the way the center of the town looks. Because the center of town is special, and it's really special here in Hudson. So you've got the gazebo, but you've got the Learned Owl, you've got the clock tower, you've got the downtown. There's all kinds of neat things downtown that make Hudson look special, and most of them have something to do with history. And we've saved all that history, and we haven't let it get spoiled with new ideas. We also have great leaders. Some of these people. Mayor Basil. Have anybody heard of Mayor Basil? You met him, huh? Yeah? Okay. Mr. Desessar, Hal Desessar, he runs the city council. Okay? In our town, city council really runs the town. And the mayor is a ceremonial mayor. And he sits on the city council, and he runs the city council meetings. Has anybody ever watched a city council meeting on Hudson Community Television? Good. They'll put you to sleep. I have to go to them on Tuesday nights. You know, my favorite shows around, I get to go to see city council. So Mayor Basil is on city council, and Hal Desessar is the council president. And then I work for Jane. Jane Howington is the city manager.